In this video, we're going to be looking into the future. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well. RC Propaganda here. Today's video, I'm going to be counting down the top 5 new things that I want to see in 2022. So it's the end of the year. I've been seeing everybody making their top 5, 10s, whatever lists from 2021. They're looking in the past. Me, I'm looking into the future, baby. There was a lot of great things in 2021, no denying that. It was a good year overall for RC. Really enjoyed it, but every year things seem to evolve and get bigger. So in this video, I just want to kind of express the top 5 things that I would like to see in this upcoming year. So let's get down to my list. All right, so how this list is going to work is it's going to go from least wanted to most wanted, so 5 down to number 1. It is going to be scale crawling, RC related, no bashing. This is just simply in the world of scale crawling. So number 5, I think it's time. This is something I'd really like to see. I'm not a super fanboy. I have all different brand crawlers, but there is no denying that Traxxas is a top brand, maybe even number 1. My first rig was the TRX4 Defender. That's what got me started. I had Traxxas when I was young with Nitro. That's how I got into the hobby, so I always kind of have a soft spot, even though I disagree with some of their stuff. But a new TRX4, whether they call it something different with TRX5, TRX4 number 2, whatever, I'd like to see them do something. They came out with that clipless body on the Bronco, the 2021 Bronco. I've seen it in person. It's pretty slick. I haven't picked one up yet. I got a lot of new rigs and I'm kind of out of space. And they didn't do anything other than the body. There's not an update on it. So I'd really like to see them try to come out with something, some way innovate the TRX4. Alrighty, coming in at number 4, I would really like to see more scale wheels. There's a few companies. There's Spec RC and there is Vanquish has nice wheels. The Spec RC wheels, I can never find the ones I want in stock. If anyone knows or has a nice set they're trying to sell, hit me up. Instagram, RC_propaganda. I would really like to pick up a nice set of Spec RC wheels. Boom Racing makes some. I've looked at those. I don't know. I want to see more wheel options and more availability. I wish Proline would make like a nice all metal wheel priced right. That you could buy, say, like as a combo in a kit and save a little on shipping or something, right? Maybe they come pre-mounted on nice metal bead locks, or they sell you like a whole nice wheel and tire package. That could be cool. I just think the world of wheels, there could be something more to it. I like the idea of being able to swap wheels per se. Change up the look. It's a great way to just, make your rig feel a little different for one day, a photo shoot, or whatever you'd like to do. But I just think we need more of them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong there, but that's just how I feel. Let me know in the comments down below. Alrighty, coming in at number 3 on my list of what I want to see here in 2022, and that would be more realistic scale bodies from whoever wants to step up and make a really nice scale body. I put the Tacoma here from Element on the bench just because this body looks really good, but they didn't get the licensing. Now, I definitely know nothing about how that stuff is acquired, but I wish there was a way. I wish companies could find a way. If they could have really did this and licensed it, I know RC 4-wheel drive does Toyotas and stuff. I don't know if maybe they have more pull and they don't want other companies stepping up. I'm not sure the logistics of it, but I wish they could figure it out. I wish there was a way. If this could have been Toyota branded, I think they could have did so much more with it. Toyota could market it through like selling of their trucks, have them in dealerships. I don't know. I just think they could partner up and do more as the RC hobby grows, right? It's more mainstream. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I've been doing it for a while. I'm not an OG. It just kind of started getting popular when I got into it. I stumbled across the TRX4 when I had a little extra money around Christmas time. And now I've really noticed the popularity of it. But I think something like that could really take it to new heights. And then that would make everyone else step up. Like, I wish you could just buy a nice body, paint it whatever you want. It'd be scale. It'd come with interior pieces and all of that stuff, right? This lacks the fact that it came with no interior. The Axial Bronco, although it's a little more pricey than, say, the Element Night Runner, it has a really nice detailed interior and looks really good. I think they kind of raised the bar with RTR interiors there. That's what this truck lacks. I wish, you know, they could come out with different versions. I know it's kind of hard, but if they could have a cheaper version, just say you want to get into it and you're not looking for anything crazy, it could come without an interior and all that at a lower price. And then they could offer, like, you know, the package where you get all the stuff that is 3D printed, installed from the factory, rather than having to spend the money and do it. Again, like, I understand why they don't do some of these things, but those are things I wish companies could find a way, or if more people are into it, those new paths or doors per se could be opened and we could see more stuff like that in the future. But I want to see new brands and all of that. I just want better bodies all the way around. I think it's time, and I hope to see that in the future. Alrighty, guys, coming in at number 2 on my list of what I want to see in 2022 is I want to see more features in RTR rigs. I like the idea of, like, with a car, like a one-to-one, like you start, you know, you do a couple simple mods, and sometimes they call them stages, right? Stage 1, like with my Subaru, you could tune it different, and it just was like stage 1, stage 2, and it'd give you whatever. I'd like to see companies like, you know, kind of how Traxxas did with the TRX4 Sport, and then they have, you know, the more optioned out ones. I really like that, and I'd like to see that in RTRs where you buy the more simple rig with nothing on it, and then they come out with some new features, like how Axial has the Dig or the 2-speed. I think they kind of missed the ball a little bit there, where you can't do them all right out of the box, right? Especially for what you pay. I think that was a miss right there, right? Oh, here's features, but you can't use them all right out of the box. I think that that's a miss. So maybe, you know, they could do more stuff like that if they would have just got rid of one or the other. Maybe just had the 2-speed or just the Dig instead of confusing people. But Element, you know, they could come out with something with those same kind of things. Offer winches, servo winches, stuff like that from the factory. That way people learn how to fix stuff that's already installed. I think that'd be a good way to get people into that sort of aspect of it. Because there's a lot of people, right, who aren't mechanics. They don't know how to install, say, a winch and mess with the radios and all of that stuff, and maybe that's keeping them from enjoying some of the higher end stuff. And I know you can figure it out. It's a little bit easier, I feel, if you're an adult. Say you're younger and you don't have access to tools and the know-how and all that, it might be a little bit harder. But if you, say, do your research and you go, hey, you know what, Element, Axial, they offer this rig, you know, whatever, and you get the winch, the light kit, and all that for a little bit extra more, you know, that could really help, you know, someone enjoy the hobby a little bit more, because it's the little things I've noticed. Like, I was never really into light kits until I saw the Night Crawl at Axial Fest, and I was like, wow, I'm missing out. And then I put a light kit, and it totally changed it. Even though I never really drive, like, at night, but, like, you get out in those right times, and the light kits, they're a lot of fun. And for a younger person or even an adult who doesn't have time or whatever, they never get to enjoy that stuff because they're like, oh, I can't install it, or I don't know, it seems too confusing. If it's already on there and say something breaks, or, you know, maybe they can learn that way. I don't know, just trying to look at different angles. I'm going way too into it, but yeah, that's number 2. I want to see more offered from factory rigs, especially, like, you know, the RTR market. So that's my number 2. All right, guys, we're coming down to it. My number one most wanted thing in the scale world of RC moving through 2022 is going to be a broad term, I guess. It's not a particular one fixed thing. It is just an overall type of deal, I guess. You have to let me know in the comments how you feel about it. But I have basically chosen one word, and that is innovation. I want to see new stuff that pushes the ability of the rigs, the looks of the rigs, the functionality, all that stuff. I know it can be done. It's got to be out there. Like when I look at a rig, I really don't know exactly what I would do to improve them, but there's people out there who have very, very great minds, and I'm hoping that they're in the hobby. You see some of these builds out there. There's just guys on the internet that can probably design something or have ideas in their head. And if we could get more awesome stuff to make the hobby more enjoyable, more realistic, that's what I want to see. I want to see some of those backyard type of people starting their own company and starting to bring some crazy stuff. And in turn, I want to, see that innovation, and I want to see the performance and all of that out on the rocks. That's, so far right now, I've got a lot of rigs and I feel they're all within so close to each other. It doesn't make it boring, but every rig just has its slight differences. But, if you take the time and you set up a rig to perform and you have the money, you can make a rig that can perform. I think the scale and like having that realism, and performance, that's what I want to see, because the more performance, the less looks you have, I feel. I admit I'm not big into the competition. I do see some of those hard body builds. They do look really good, but to me, a lot of them don't actually look like a real pickup, but whatever. That's not an argument you're going to win. Everyone has their own opinions on that. But for me, like I got that new Axial Bronco. Looks amazing. I can play with figures with it, but honestly, it doesn't perform. Like, if that gap needs to be closed, it looks really good. It's the best looking rig probably on the trail that I got and for photos, but the performance, that gap is huge, and I've been tuning it a little bit, but that's something I'd like to see, that thing performs better right out of the box. That one does have features, but I wouldn't say that's innovative. That stuff's kind of been around, but it was like the first time we saw something offered in an RTR, and I think that truck was selling well, so I think there's a market there for that stuff. Let me know what you guys think for innovation. What's on your mind? What are you thinking? What are, something that you'd like to see that would really push the hobby in a new direction? Well, all right, guys, that is going to wrap up my little list there of all the things that I would like to see moving on into 2022 this year. So we'll have to keep our eyes out. Things are always changing. You never know. We're always just one release away from something epic, which is always very exciting. But again, put down in the comments, let me know what you'd like to see, or if there's something I'm missing, or I don't know, just let me know. We need comments. Let's fight that algorithm. Get this channel going. Also, you can see the shirt I'm wearing here. This is my design. You can pick this up at the link down in the description. It's a Teespring link. So if you like this shirt, you want to become a member of the New Scale Order, grab a shirt, and you're in. That's it. That's all you got to do. But yeah, really appreciate all the subscribers that are watching my videos from the past. If you're new here, why don't you consider subscribing? And I'm just trying to pump out more RC content for you guys. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.